welcome back to Archery Adventures. Today you've just got me, Jade-Marie, because I am doing my Me at 24 video. On the 13th of September I actually turned 25, so I'm currently 25 years old, but I'm going to be talking through my life at 24 as I've only just become 25. So I do have two questions that were asked on Instagram and then just some other ones from the previous video. If you haven't seen that, I'll link it down below from my Me at 23 video and see if anything about me has changed. So let's get into it. So the first question is, what is my favourite TV show? At the moment I would have to say that my favourite one is The Good Place. If you haven't seen it, it is on Netflix, so if you have that, go check it out. I really do like it. I think it's really funny. I don't really think I watch that much TV at the moment. Last year my favourites were like The Flash, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and like Supergirl and things like that, but at the moment they're not on. But I know that the last season was a bit lukewarm for me. I wasn't enjoying it as much. I can't say that those are my favourite, but I can definitely say that The Good Place is. I think there's been 2 seasons out already, I believe, and I've enjoyed both of those, so I'm looking forward to the new season coming out. But yeah, I haven't really watched that much TV. I don't actually have like proper TV channels. I watch all of my stuff sort of through Netflix, so yeah. Okay, so my favourite movies from this year have been Deadpool 2 and Hotel Transylvania 3. I know that's really sad because it's a kids film, but obviously if you don't know, I have an 8-year-old daughter, so we do go to a lot of family friendly movies. But I really enjoyed watching the new Hotel Transylvania 3. I thought it was so funny, and there were a lot of adults in the room and we were all having a good laugh. So it's clearly a good film for all ages. And I also really did enjoy going to see Ant-Man and the Wasp, and I took Dawn-louise to see that with me. It is a 12A and she's only 8, so I was a bit worried, but I was given sort of like pointers that there wasn't anything, you know, worrisome in that movie for her, and we both really enjoyed the film. And we still talk about it, so we're really excited for the DVD to come out. I thought it was amazing. It was definitely better than the first, which is not something I can say about most movies, but I really did enjoy that. Okay, so the next question came from Beth from the channel The Odd Mob. I'll link her down below. She said, what would you say has been the most or best important thing you've learned this year? Unfortunately, it's not such a happy lesson. One of the things that I think are most important that I've learned this year is that no matter who they are, if somebody is not good for you and they don't give you a healthy relationship that brings you, you know, happiness and stability, you should let them go without the guilt of who they may be and what society says you should feel for that person. Unfortunately, not everybody can have the people in their life that they deserve or that they should have, and in my case, that is what I've had to deal with this year, is learning that even though someone should be a certain way for you, if they don't make you happy, you are going to be giving a lot of time and a lot of, you know, your mental happiness to that person, and it's going to be getting kind of destroyed by it. So my most important lesson is to let go of people who do you harm. And even though that is really hard, I can definitely say that I feel better since doing that, even though it isn't a happy thing and it's not something I can say, you know, I'm proud of it. It's not something I want to talk up really openly about because it is quite private. And I am a little bit ashamed, even though I shouldn't be. You know, this person caused me quite a lot of mental stress and worry, and I've been really struggling this year with my mental health, which sounds like a tagline at the moment because so many people say that, but I have a history of depression and anxiety, so I have to be really mindful of what is affecting me because I have a daughter to look after and I need to make sure that she's in a happy and stable home and living in a happy, stable life. So for her, it's definitely the right move, and as long as I do what's best for her, I feel like in turn it will be what's best for me, because if anything could hurt her, that's going to hurt me tenfold. So I am definitely taking that lesson on board. So yeah, that's what my most important lesson is. The most important thing I've learned, and the most, I had to think about this, so I had to pause the video quickly, but the best thing that I've learnt this year, I don't know why this didn't come straight away, the best thing I've learnt this year is definitely ballroom dancing. We only did an hour of it, but it was so much fun and I really enjoyed doing that with Dawn-louise, and we've been practicing at home still in our little heels. We're hoping that in half terms and weekends and stuff, when she's healthy, we'll be able to go back and do them. They are private lessons, so we're not going to be doing them every week because it's a little bit too much for her. She does a lot at the moment, but it's definitely something that we can do together and that we enjoy doing together. So the best lesson I've learnt this year is ballroom dancing. Okay, and the next question is from another YouTuber as well called Sarah, who's one of my good friends, so hi Sarah. So I'll link her down below as well, but she asked, How does it feel to be halfway to 50? And honestly, I don't look at my life as me turning 25 being me halfway to 50. I think how incredibly lucky I am to have had 25 years of a healthy life. Mentally, I've been a bit, I've had some problems. But physical health, I've got quite lucky. I was quite poorly as a teenager, but nowhere near the same as Dawn-louise or many people around the world. And even though it is important to acknowledge all kinds of pain and that yes, someone can be worse, but also someone can be happier. So looking at it that way is definitely not right, and it's not something I choose to live by. But I am very thankful that I have not had to live with the kind of pain that like my daughter has had to go through, for example. I have had 25 years of being very safe in my health, and that is something I'm extremely thankful for, because Dawn-louise only has a 14-year life expectancy, so I'm constantly worried. Every time that I age, I don't worry about how much older I'm getting. I think, is my daughter going to get to be this age? Because I'm 25 years old, and I don't feel like I'm 25 years old. I don't feel like I've adulted more or anything. I still have quite a young personality, I think. I don't know, I don't really think of it. I don't really have a feeling towards being halfway to 50. All I can think is that I'm incredibly thankful that I have got to be 25, and that at the moment, cross my fingers and touch wood, I will hopefully make my next birthday, and that is something that I'm extremely thankful for, because with Dawn-louise, every time that she has a birthday, I constantly worry if she's going to meet her next one. So I don't have any sort of bad feelings about aging. I know a lot of people start to worry as they get older. Me, I'm just incredibly thankful for the opportunity to age, because all I want for my daughter is for her to get a chance to grow up. So if I was to be bitter about becoming older or being halfway to 50, I think it would be extremely selfish of me in a way. And that is not saying everybody's like that. I mean me personally, because I'm watching someone who may not get to grow up every single day. So for me, it would feel too selfish. So I am just incredibly thankful to be halfway towards 50. Okay, the next question is my fave song. I do have quite a few favourite songs at the moment, so I'm just going to read them out to you because I've written a list. Petty, Third Eye, What I Felt With You, Burn the Witch, Strangers, High Five, and Rapper's Delight, which has been my favourite since I was a young child. I pretty much know half the song, because like the actual original song is very long. I think it's like 4 or 5 minutes long. It is quite beefy. So I don't know the words the whole way through. I know the short version of it all the way through. What did I do for my 25th birthday? So on my actual birthday, I didn't really do much because it was a school day and I had to do school runs and get Dawn-louise off to her after school clubs as well. But on Friday night, every Friday we have curry and movie night, which is one of my favourite days of the week. And we added sort of like a pamper night into that. I just went and got some stuff that I found in the sales, and we had like eye masks and face masks, and we painted nails, and we had little foot spas going. It was so much fun. But that isn't the only thing I'm doing. This Friday, I am going to take us to Bournemouth, because Dawn-louise has an inset day, so it's going to be lovely and calm, hopefully, because the children in that area will still be in school. So we're going to get on the train, drive a couple of hours, head over to Bournemouth, and we're going to go to 2 places, but I'll leave that for the vlog. So if you want to see what we end up doing in Bournemouth, make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell, and you can see it next week. Self-promo. And the next question is, what do I wish I had done to celebrate my 25th birthday? And I still want to do the same thing that I wanted to do last year. I said last year that what I wanted to do on my 24th birthday and what I would like to do on my 25th. So I'm going to let past Jade from last year's video tell you what I would have liked to have done for my birthday this year, because it's literally the exact same thing and I still never got around to doing it.
This year, I had planned to do a zookeeper for a day. Yes, that's right. I wanted to pay to work for a whole day on my birthday. Well, not on my birthday, it would have been at the weekend, but for my birthday. There is a place that I love going to, and they've got wallabies, they've got wolves, they've got bisons, they've got foxes, and I love going there. And Dawn-louise has already done a zookeeper experience there, where she got to hold and release a barn owl, feed wallabies and a fox peanut butter on a spoon by hand. It was like incredible. So I really wanted to go and do the adults version of that, which is a whole day version, but unfortunately money problems got in the way and I couldn't do it this year. But hopefully, fingers crossed, we can next year, because next year is my 25th and that's a big birthday, so it's a big excuse for doing that next year. So that's my plan for next.
One other thing that I would have really loved to have done for my 25th birthday, and that I'd actually wanted to do for the last 5 years, and I planned to do it for my 25 because it's meant to be another big birthday, and I didn't get to do it, which kind of sucks. But I really did want to go and spend the weekend with Dawn-louise in a Forest Holidays cabin. I've been loving them since I first heard about them, which was good 5-6 years ago, something like that. I've always wanted to go there. I just really love being outdoors, so I thought that would be the perfect kind of holiday. They have like these little hot tubs outside, but Dawn can't go in a hot tub because of her heart condition, so we would have probably just not turned it on and just sat there like but they also have like log fires and stuff, which I just think is really cozy. I love being cozy and warm and things like that, and just spending time being near her, because so many times she's been literally ripped out of my arms. So because for like surgeries and stuff, not for malicious reasons, but like that's how it feels. It feels like you want to hold her so bad and they just take her, and there's nothing you can do about it because you need her to go. So anytime that I'm just sat next to her, I'm just so incredibly ecstatically happy because I waited so long to be able to do this on a daily basis. So yeah, I just would have loved to spend a weekend away with my daughter in a cabin, and unfortunately it did not happen. But here's the 30, I've got 5 years, I'm going to do it in 5 years, hopefully. What is my best birthday memory? My best birthday memory is my 17th birthday, because it was the first time that I got to take Dawn-louise in her pushchair and take her for a walk around the town centre. She'd been in hospital for 5 months. She was in hospital for 6 months total, so that day was huge, and it was a present in a way that the nurses gifted me. They knew that my birthday was coming up, and they really wanted me to be able to do that, because they know that's all I wanted. I just wanted a little bit of time, just me and my daughter, because unfortunately we'd never had a minute alone before that. So it was really incredible that they were able to do that for me, and I'm so glad that that's the memory I have of my 17th birthday. So yeah. Next question is things that I've done this year that I am proud of, and I really had to sit and think about this one because nothing jumped to mind straight away. I haven't done anything really huge this year, which is kind of sad. I wish I had, but you know, things come up and life gets in the way. So I think that the things I'm most proud of is that I used to have really bad social anxiety, and it still lingers here and there, but I have got a lot better with it over the years. I stopped therapy when I was 19 because I grew out their service. So for the last 6 years now, I have not been in therapy, and I have been doing pretty good. And a lot of it is just me trying to control my own emotions and, you know, finding ways to make myself happier. And one of the things that I'm really proud of that I've done this year is that we've met quite a few other heart families and new people, and we've gone to new cities. This summer alone we went to 3 new cities and met 2 new families. We met 2 sisters and then a heart family, and that was amazing, and definitely something I wouldn't have been able to do 6 years ago. So that is definitely something that I can say I'm proud of, because even though meeting new people is easy for some people, for me that was a really, really big thing to overcome. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself for being able to do that. And the other thing that I am incredibly proud of is that I gave blood for the first time this month. I have been extremely needle phobic my entire life, to the point where I would have these like shaking fits in doctor's offices, and they'd have to pin me down to get a flu jab in me, and I didn't want to do it. Wasn't doing it because I, you know, wanted to not have the jab. I wanted to have it, I just couldn't get my body to calm the heck down. That I was able to sit for 5 minutes with a needle in my arm and give blood, I was so proud of it, and I've got to admit it did not hurt at all. I still haven't made a video about my time giving blood, to be honest. I do need to get on that. So sorry, I will post a video soon talking about my experience. It'll only be a short one because I don't really have any footage because I went alone, so I have some photos and stuff, but that's about it. But yeah, that's what I'm proud of. Okay, so the last 3 questions are things I love. I have some like really strange obsessions with things I love. So I love watching Japan videos on YouTube because I really want to go to Japan one day, Tokyo to be precise. I don't know if it's something I'll be able to do, 1 because of, you know, how much it costs to go to there, but 2, Dawn-louise has only been fit to fly for about a year, and that could change at the drop of a hat, and insurance is huge for her and really, really hard to buy. Most companies will not insure a child with her condition. There's only 2 that I've heard of that other people have been able to use, so we shall see if that ever happens, but it's definitely not going to happen anytime soon. So at the moment I'm just living vicariously through YouTube videos. I love things that are personalised, so I love things that have got like my initials on, or anything that I can get made with my name on it, because as a kid I could never find anything with my name on because it's a hyphenate. So I could find Jade, but never Jade-Marie, and there's definitely no Dawn, let alone Dawn-louise. So I love things that I can get our initials on and that are sort of personal to us. And I love anything soft and fluffy. I got Dawn-louise a new dressing gown for her heart anniversary, and I just sat there stroking it as I wrapped it because it was so soft. I love it. I don't know why. I love things that are like just really, really soft to touch. It's probably because I like dogs, to be honest. It reminds me of dogs. I don't know. It's weird. I'm weird. Surprise. Really loving at the moment is Duolingo. I have been using it for about 4 months now, and I've been learning Spanish, and I love it. I have always had a weird affiliation with the Spanish language, and I just really enjoy learning it and speaking it. I still don't know a lot, but I can say like a few things here and there. I don't know how to do an accent because I've never been able to do a single accent in my life, so you know, but I do really enjoy speaking and learning Spanish. I'm trying to find an online course because I would actually really like to, you know, get something back from my love of it, like some sort of qualification or something that I could put towards future use in jobs and things, because hopefully one day I will have a job and I would like to be able to speak Spanish to Spanish people at my job. I don't know what job would require me to do that, but yeah, I don't know a lot of Spanish, but I can say like, hola, mi nombre es Jade-Marie. I can say, mi perro es bonita. I can say, mi hija es muy bonita, muy inteligente. What else can I say? Oh, hola, una mesa para dos, por favor. Sí, señor? Gracias. I can say like, ¿dónde está el tren? ¿Dónde está el autobús? ¿Dónde está el hospital? Again, the accent is awful, so if there's any Spanish speakers here, I am very sorry, but I love your language, so please know that the bad accent comes from appreciation only. I love Spanish. My other big love in life is doggies, which I'm wearing on my jumper, which I'm so happy about. I got this recently. I like it a lot. My favourite breed of dog is the Samoyed. I can't own a Samoyed. I don't have the right kind of lifestyle for them, unfortunately, even though I would love one. It would not be fair to the dog. So if I ever get a dog, I'm getting Cavalier. It's going to be Blenheim, and I'll call it Millie. And I've been waiting years for this dog. And I still can't get it, which is gutting. But one day I will have a dog, she'll be called Millie, and I will love her to death, the poor thing. Another thing that I really love, and that I really wish other people would take time to appreciate, is just a long, quiet walk, just looking up at the sky on a clear day with the light coming through the trees and the way they glisten through the leaves and everything. It sounds so sad, but honestly, it just makes me feel so happy and calm. And I really wish that people would just stop rushing around and look at the world around you for just a couple of minutes a day to just really appreciate it, because unfortunately I live in a city, so there aren't many trees left, and I just like to appreciate one when I see it because it's very rare these days. Another thing that I really love is meeting other heart families and the connection that Dawn-louise forms instantly. It's just amazing. Like, we met a family this summer and we'd like FaceTime them a little bit here and there, and we've done some live streams on YouTube together, and it just felt like we'd known each other for ages, and I think that was really amazing, and I just really enjoyed meeting them and hearing their story. Some bits were similar, some bits were different, but at the end it's just amazing to hear what people can go through. Like, I've never been through anything to myself the way that Dawn-louise has or her heart friends have, so I just love hearing everyone's stories and how they cope with it and everything, because it is such a big thing to weigh on your shoulders daily. So yeah, I love meeting other heart families. What do I want most in life? I'd love to say for Dawn-louise to not have a heart defect, but she's always going to struggle with her heart. Even if she got a heart transplant one day, she would still have complications. So there's no point wishing for things that you can't have, because it will just make you sad. So all I can wish is that she's happy and healthy to the best of her ability for as long as she can be. I really want to get us a dog each. She's obsessed with pugs, and I would just have any kind of dog. The bigger the dog, the better though, because I think the bigger the dog, the more friendly they are. Like Newfoundlands, massive teddy bears. Samoyeds, massive teddy bears. Great Danes, big ass babies. I would love a Great Dane. I'd love to just meet a Great Dane. I've never actually seen one in person. I'd love to just give pets to Great Danes. I'd really like a house, not because I'm not thankful that I have a roof over my head as it is. I would like a house because Dawn-louise does not get a lot of sleep, neither do I, because we have 2 neighbours who are extremely noisy and keep us up at night and stress us out, and it would make our life a lot easier if we didn't have to deal with that, and it would give us the peace that we needed to recover when she's poorly and when she's come out of hospital and things. So I'd really like a detached house, with just a small house with a little garden, just enough for us to play around in and do cartwheels and stuff, because at the moment we have a garden that isn't very private, so I don't really feel like we can go out and do stuff in there, and I just imagine in my head, if we had our own house, you know, Sunday morning we'd go out and eat on the patio, and we'd feed like the squirrels and birds and stuff, because we really love nature. and we just spend our day sort of cartwheeling all over the place. That's literally my little dream, is just us cartwheeling across a garden. It'd probably get very boring very quickly, but I mean, it's good to aim big, eh? So we're just like a house. I would just like an extra floor and a private garden and less noisy neighbours. And then I'd be happy. But no, I'm extremely thankful for where we live now. I just would like to be able to provide Dawn-louise with something a little bit more appropriate for her needs, which would be somewhere she could actually sleep. And the last thing that I would really, really love is to work with animals. So I really want to go to college or do a city guilds thing. I think that's what it's called, city and guilds. They're like courses that you do in the place that you would like to work, so that they give you all the qualifications as you do it, sort of thing, and you get to be in the environment. There was a dog grooming course that I applied for, but unfortunately I couldn't get a bursary for it, and I could not afford it myself, because even though it's only a month long, it was thousands of pounds, which is too much. But I'd really love to get qualifications in most likely dog grooming, but I would also like to do like zoology or something if I could. If I had the opportunity, I'd take it up. I would really like to work with animals one day. I have volunteered on a farm before and I loved it. I was so happy there. And I mean, I was getting up at 2:45 to catch a train to get there in time. I loved it. And I mean, I'd have to wait an hour for the train home, and I would still do it because I loved it. And you know, I was out of pocket, out of sleep, but I loved it so much. So I do want to work one day, and I would really like to do so with animals, because I feel like it'll be more rewarding for me. Like I said, I have had mental health issues in the past, so with everything that I deal with at the moment that causes me a lot of stress, I don't want to be in a situation that's going to add to that, because I would be bringing it home to Dawn-louise and that wouldn't be fair. So hopefully I can work with animals so that I'm working in a job that's fulfilling for me. And the very last question is, how has my style changed this year? It hasn't really. I still just wear dark blue jeans with either Converses or boots and then a jumper or a t-shirt. I'm not very fashion forward, but my style has changed a lot. When I was younger, sort of my late teens, early 20s, I would dress very posh apparently. I would wear dresses a lot. And I don't really do that anymore. I'm a lot more casual now. And to be honest, that's mostly because of the amount of times I've had to run to Dawn's school to call her an ambulance, or run to her because she's gotten hurt and they need me to see her. Oh, well, eventually I end up running, so I cannot wear heels anymore. I have to have jeans and flats because I run a lot. So if you ever wonder why I look an absolute mess in the vlogs, it's probably because I've had to run to her to make sure that she's okay. I do end up rushing around a lot of the time because I've got a call from the school and they need me to check on her and things like that, or we've ended up in hospital in the last minute and things like that. I mean, we've literally been on the bus to school and had to get off and go to a hospital midway through the bus journey, so things just don't go very well with us. So yeah, I have to have adaptable clothing. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope that you did enjoy learning a bit more about me. If you have any questions, pop them below. Maybe I'll answer them in a future vlog. I won't make you wait a year, don't worry. But yeah, I'm very excited to see what I do as a 25-year-old. There are definitely some goals that I have that I want to do, and places that I would like to see. So I'm going to make myself a little list and see if I can tick them off by 26. But for now, I'm just going to enjoy 25 and everything that comes with it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Everybody gives you advice, yeah, on how to live your life, how to live your life. Don't you know that life is full of surprises? You better realize